Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Narrated Abdullah bin Az-Zubair. When Az-Zubair got up during the battle of Al-Jamal, he called me and I stood up beside him, and he said to me, "O my son, today one will be killed either as an oppressor or as an oppressed one. I see that I will be killed as an oppressed one. My biggest worry is my debts. Do you think if we pay the debts there will be something left for us from our money?" Az-Zubair added, "O my son, sell our property and pay my debts." Az-Zubair then willed 1/3 of his property and willed 1/3 of that portion to his sons, namely Abdullah's sons. He said, "1/3 of the 1/3, if any property is left after the payment of the debts, 1/3 of the 1/3 of what is left is to be given to your sons." Hisham, a sub-narrator, added, "Some of the sons of Abdullah were equal in age to the sons of Az-Zubair, Khubayb and Abbas. Abdullah had 9 sons and 9 daughters at that time." The narrator Abdullah added, "My father Az-Zubair went on drawing my attention to his debts, saying, 'If you should fail to pay part of the debts, appeal to my master to help you.' By Allah, I could not understand what he meant till I asked, 'O father, who is your master?' He replied, 'Allah is my master.' By Allah, whenever I had any difficulty regarding his debts, I would say, 'Master of Az-Zubair, pay his debt on his behalf,' and Allah would help me to pay it." Az-Zubair was martyred, leaving no dinar or dirham but 2 pieces of land, one of which was called Al-Ghaba, and 11 houses in Medina, 2 in Basra, 1 in Kufa, and 1 in Egypt. In fact, the source of the debt which he owed was that if somebody brought some money to deposit with him, Az-Zubair would say, "No, I won't keep it as a trust, but I take it as a debt, for I am afraid it might be lost." Az-Zubair was never appointed governor or collector of the tax of Kharaj or any other similar thing, but he collected his wealth from the war booty he gained during the holy battles he took part in the company of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Abu Bakr radhiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Umar and Uthman. Abdullah bin Az-Zubair added, "When I counted his debt, it turned to be 2,200,000. The sub-narrator added, Hakim bin Hizam met Abdullah bin Zubair and asked, "O my nephew, how much is the debt of my brother?" Abdullah kept it as a secret and said 100,000. Hakim said, "By Allah, I don't think your property will cover it." On that, Abdullah said to him, "What if it is 2,200,000? Hakim said, "I don't think you can pay it. So if you are unable to pay all of it, I will help you." Az-Zubair had already bought Al-Ghaba for 170,000. Abdullah sold it for 1,600,000. Then he called the people, saying, "Any person who has any money claim on Az-Zubair should come to us in Al-Ghaba." There came to him Abdullah bin Jafar, whom Az-Zubair owed 400,000. He said to Abdullah bin Az-Zubair, "If you wish, I will forgive you the debt." Abdullah bin Az-Zubair said, "No." Then Ibn Jafar said, "If you wish, you can defer the payment. If you should defer the payment of any debt." Ibn Az-Zubair said, "No." Abdullah bin Jafar said, "Give me a piece of the land." Abdullah bin Az-Zubair said to him, "Yours is the land is extending from this place to this place." So Abdullah bin Az-Zubair sold some of the property, including the houses, and paid his debt perfectly, retaining 4.5 shares from the land Al-Ghaba. He then went to Muawiyah, while Amr bin Uthman, Al-Mundhir bin Az-Zubair, and Ibn Zama were sitting with him. Muawiyah asked, "At what price have you appraised Al-Ghaba?" He said, 100,000 for each share. Muawiyah asked, "How many shares have been left?" Abdullah replied, 4.5 shares. Al-Mundhir bin Az-Zubair said, "I would like to buy 1 share for 100,000. Amr bin Uthman said, "I would like to buy 1 share for 100,000. Ibn Zama said, "I would like to buy 1 share for 100,000. Muawiyah said, "How much is left now?" Abdullah replied, 1 share and a half. Muawiyah said, "I would like to buy it for 150,000. Abdullah also sold his part to Muawiyah 600,000. When Ibn az-Zubair had paid all the debts, Az-Zubair's son said to him, "Distribute our inheritance amongst us." He said, "No, by Allah, I will not distribute it among you till I announce in 4 successive Hajj seasons would be those who have money claims on Az-Zubair come so that we may pay them their debt." So he started to announce that in public in every Hajj season, and when 4 years had elapsed, he distributed the inheritance amongst the inheritors. As Zubair had 4 wives, and after the 1/3 of his property was excluded, according to the will, each of his wives received 1,200,000, so the total amount of his property was 50,200,000. Say Bukhari Hadees number 3129.